Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. After so many important sailors, we have the sailor, the absolute sailor of the sport. We got Robby here, just in for checking the conditions. What do you think of the wind and the west today?
It's windy. This is the most wind we've had in days.
Okay.
So, good jumping now. I was doing other stuff today, watching Formula One, washing my car, and now a little afternoon session.
Okay. Who do you root for in Formula One? I mean, I can tell. I see something.
Yeah,
I can see something on the hat.
Obviously Red Bull, but today was a good race. It was good to see Ferrari won too.
They won.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
So who was Leclerc?
Leclerc won. Sainz second.
What did the race?
Max third. Right there with Lando again, and a little bit of controversy.
Where did they race?
Pardon me?
Where did they race?
In Texas.
Oh, so they were American.
Yeah, it was a great race. It's good to see Ferrari. The Constructors' Championship is getting close.
This is going to be sweet for the Italians. Carissimi italiani, abbiamo vinto, la Ferrari è di nuovo al comando, bravi. Okay, Robby, we were discussing your business background, and people know all about the sailor, but they know very little about the businessman. So you were telling me that you actually own and operated 100% of the business.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had a really good team of guys. A lot of them are obviously still working with Nash, the brand. And we grew up together. You know, we started really small and grew really slowly over the years. But I was, 100% shareholder. And so at the end of the day, all of the responsibility financially and liability-wise, everything was on my shoulders. And it was fun for a long time, you know. We got to go on the water every day and make fun toys for people to get on the water with us around the world. But it got to the point where the fun was kind of going away. The stress of business was becoming too big a part of the equation for me, and it was always about fun and not losing money. As long as I was.
Does that relate to a drop in the business as well, or is it just?
No, because honestly, the business hadn't really started dropping at the time that I was looking at getting out.
Yeah.
That happened.
Because we had the kiting wave and then the wing wave, so all these waves actually contribute,
the stand-up paddle wave. So we kind of went from one wave to another wave to another wave.
Yeah.
The Nash brand was always kind of there.
Yeah. People do not understand how important for the industry is to have something new to say. Because at the end of the day, when everybody has bought a windsurfer, okay, that's got to be a replacement market. It's not going to be a new market, right?
Yeah, and to me it's all good. Whatever gets people on the water. And now, people say, oh, windsurfing's gotten smaller. Hey, when I started windsurfing, there weren't that many windsurfers,
Right.
So it's kind of getting back to that. I say it's more exclusive again.
Okay.
It's not crowded.
Can I tell you something? Okay, the interview should not be part of the conversation, but I know you started windsurfing at 12, is that correct?
11, yeah.
Okay, I started at 12, so I'm right there, right behind, but I'm a little younger, not much younger, but a little younger. So we've always looked up to you, and we saw these pictures coming from the magazine. You know all of this, right? But truthful inspiration. I know it now that the business was part of the vision, no? To get people on the water. That's something. So how hard is it to run a windsurfing business?
I don't have anything to compare to.
Okay.
I think
a lot of decision making.
Compared to a lot of other businesses, it's probably pretty easy because we're making such cool products. You're constantly evolving, constantly having fun in the process, in the development. The only problem is the business side of business. The dollars, the cents, the people paying you or not paying you. That side of it is the same in any business. You know?
For sure.
And
but that's something you don't have to handle directly, right?
Yeah, well, you do if it's your money. At the end of the day, and it was my money that was being lost. As I got older, I didn't handle that stress so well, even though we always did really well. And there's ups and downs, but we kind of rode through those ups and downs because we always had multiple sports. When kiting went up, we went up. Kiting got really crowded. We had SUP. When SUP got crowded, we had winging. So there's always a balance that kept it healthy and fun. But it was just time for me to unstress. And so, when people wonder what happened, I I sold the operating companies, but I still own the Nash brand.
So that means you do get money every time a cell is sold, every time a word is sold, right?
Yeah.
So we're safe on that side, right? Okay.
Yes, everything's fine.
We shouldn't be concerned about Robby's financial position. It's fine.
Yeah, I'd be fine anyway. You know,
Okay.
life is about a lot more than money, but I've been obviously really fortunate and really lucky in my life as well. So money isn't my biggest problem for sure, and I still get to do that almost every day. So I get to live in Hawaii. I'm still healthy.
Do you still own a house in Oahu, or you moved out of Oahu?
I have a place in Oahu as well.
Okay. Because a lot of Italians, and some among those my brother.
Yeah,
sells
Diamond
Oahu.
Head in the old days.
You met Matteo, my brother, and
Sure.
you have?
Yeah.
He's an orthopedician. You know him?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Matteo.
And so my whole family's still on Oahu. My parents, my brothers, my older daughter, my granddaughters, everybody's there.
First time we met you, we were at the shop, and we lost a little. The thing to do the cell that doesn't really have a name. Does it have a name? The cell tender. The cell. The little handle to pull the cell tight. The downhole tight.
Oh, okay. You mean the little machine?
No. It's we still have. It's like a handle. It's like you put it on the.
Oh, okay. I never used one of those. I used this
a real
thing
man.
called a hand.
I know a real man use it, but we used it and we lost it in Okipa in Diamond Head.
Diamond Head.
And so we went up to the shop, and that was our shot because we met you there on the way back. So
Cool.
anyway, okay, the business very interesting. You're not going to compete, you said. Why is that?
No. My competition days are over. I'm
Okay,
just
because you're scared I will be in the Masters, so you don't want to challenge me.
I'm not old enough to go in the Masters yet.
Okay.
Masters should be over 70, I think.
Okay, well, I'm not really sure about that. They're doing more and more. Simeone is building new classes every day.
Right, exactly.
The Grandmasters, the Grandmaster.
He wants the entry fees.
The hyper Grandmaster.
He wants the entry fee money, I think.
I guess we'll be. At a certain point, I hope that we would. Just drop the sport, right? At a certain age, and maybe play golf or something.
No, not me.
It's not gonna work. Yeah?
No, nothing with balls. No, I'd rather do this until I'm dead.
Well, excellent. So one last question, one last remark. I met Kevin Langari on a trip to Madagascar. He was in Madagascar with his sister. So he told me a little. He was a sponsor at the time.
Yeah, for a long time.
And you just been out together in Maui, and that was the year of the accident actually. The year and he said, this man doesn't have fear. He doesn't have fear. I've seen him do stuff. So a little comment on that. In response to Kevin, like in remote response to Kevin.
Oh, I've got fear, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, especially these days. But even in the old days, if you don't have at least a bit of fear, you're stupid. And I tried not to be stupid. So.
Right, but it's about pushing the limit, this sport, isn't it?
Yeah, as long as you're comfortable with those limits, and fear is often the relative measure of where those limits are.
But you haven't been in serious. I mean, beside
the pelvis, no.
Never, right? Yeah. And the shoulder, nothing. Knee.
Yeah, I mean everything's a little bit worn out, of course.
Yeah, but you're never dislocated. You never had knee surgery. I mean, that's something that means.
Yeah, I mean this knee is not the best, but
me
it's
too.
still better than most.
Italians when something bad can happen, they touch down there.
Right.
So we have to touch down there.
Okay.
Robby, thank you very much, and hope to see you out in the water soon.
Yeah, good luck in the contest.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, you'll be rooting for me. Can I become a sponsor of it since you're not managing the team anymore?
I have nothing
You're
to
out of that.
Yeah.
That was the hardest pass, yeah? Picking people.
No.
How hard was that?
I enjoyed it,
Yeah?
and I
Okay.
I always looked at myself as a rider, not as a sponsor. So
Okay.
I had guys that dealt with that. So I wasn't talking about money with riders.
Okay, but I have one. How did you identify what kind of person would you, at the time, did you take on the team?
It varied depending on the sport.
So is it just
usually
skill or is more the skill?
More the attitude.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
You don't
So
have to have necessarily
super
just
good.
the best guys, but some guys. I mean, look at Brian Talma, who was with us for years. He's not going to win a lot of contests, but he's going to win a lot of hearts, and he's out there for the right reasons, and he's promoting the right spirit, and he's just a beautiful human being. And to have
How about Josh?
Yeah, Josh. I mean, there's tons of guys like that.
Cisco.
Ricardo Campello.
Cisco.
Fortunately, this sport is full of really good guys, and there's not many bad guys.
Not this interview, but the rest of the guys are very
It's it attracts really good people.
Yeah, it's and also I find that I don't know if you share this thought, but I find that windsurfers are really hyper motivated and they tend to be excellent in whatever they do in their lives.
Well, I mean, this is not something that comes easy to you. You need to be committed. You need to have
Exactly.
patience. You need to
Exactly.
be self-disciplined. You need to be
And-
self-motivated.
And you know what? You need to see beyond the horizon, because the first week is going to be you're not going to have fun at all.
And it takes a lifetime to get good.
Yeah.
And maybe then you're still challenged.
And this is the reason my daughter is not a windsurfer. I mean, I tried. It's not the X generation now. They want quick fun. They want to whatever.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Well,
we don't all have to do the same things.
Yeah,
It would
but
be
yet,
too crowded.
But yet, I mean, don't you feel sorry that they're missing out on such a great sport?
Yeah, as long as they have something they love. Hopefully they find something else that
Yeah,
they
the
love.
telephone.
Same with my
Yeah,
kids.
like-
They don't windsurf.
Like sliding through the telephone, yeah.
Yeah, not that. Something physical, something that's actually challenging and good for you, not the telephone.
Okay, not the telephone. Well, thank you so much for this very frank conversation, Robby. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing a little bit more of business other things and see you on the water.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.